Howdy, guys. Welcome back to day six of solving LeetCode SQL questions with me. Uh, I hope you guys had a great weekend. And it's Monday. Let's get started. We'll solve two questions today because both are very easy. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. You just need to know the basics of it and you'll be good to go. So here we have an employee table wherein we have an ID, name, salary, and manager ID. And write a solution to find the employees who earn more than the managers. Return the result table in any order. The result format is in the following uh, example. Okay, we just need to return column name as employee and the name as Joe. Joe is the only employee who earns more than his manager. Okay, perfect. So it's a pretty straightforward question. You just need to do a self join. The only catch is uh, match based on we need to do a self join based on the ID of the manager and the uh, okay. So the first one says the ID is 1 and his name is Joe. His salary is 70,000 and his manager's ID is 3. Okay. And now if you see 3 corresponds to this value, if you see 3 is no one but his name is Sam and his salary is 60,000 and he doesn't have a manager, so it's null. So that's the whole thing. And what else? Okay, pretty much it. The last column will give you the manager's ID. You just need to do a join based on that with the self join. So this one, this ID one, sorry, three, it joins with this ID three, right? That's how we'll have one row with one ID, Joe name, salary, manager ID as three, and then when we do a join based on manager ID and ID, that's when we know the salary is 60,000, which will be against this 60,000, sorry about it, 60,000. And here we'll have manager salary. That's pretty much it, I feel. And now if you compare, then 70,000 is more than 60,000. That means Joe is earning more than his manager. So that's pretty much it, the logic behind it. Let's get started with the coding. So let's do select employee from the table name is employee. Okay. And the name is column name is name. We need to do as. Okay. Let's take it from the table. Okay, we've already wrote that. Let's name this as T1, which is a base. Then do inner join based on employee as T2. As I already mentioned, let's always use inner join when it comes to self joins. That's the most efficient way. So what we'll do is we'll match T1 ID, T1.id equals to, sorry, T1.manager ID. Okay, T1.manager ID should be equals to T2.id. Okay, so this is T1, this is T2. So T1's manager ID should join with T2's normal ID. That's the whole crux of this. And the main condition is where T1 dot salary greater than T2 dot salary. Okay. So the value corresponds to the salary that corresponds to T1 table, which is 70. It's greater than 60,000, right? Which is this value. So that's what we compare here. We try to run this code. Column name, the field is ambiguous. Okay, let's take it from T1. Yeah, perfect. Accepted. Let's try to submit. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty easy. Let's do the second sum for the day. Um, what was it? Customer never wrote a no, department no. Okay, duplicate emails. This is again a very straightforward question. As we've previously discussed, that this is something that I, as a data analyst, used to always do. I mean, this is a query that is very straightforward. And working as a data analyst for 2 years, I had to run this query almost every other day. So you need to be very much used to how this query works. Like it's pretty easy. It's just to check how many duplicate values do we have in the table. Okay, so this is a column name, ID and email. ID is the primary key. Each row of this table contains an email. The email will not contain uppercase letters. We don't need to consider handling the uppercase to lowercase. And write a solution to report all of duplicate mails. Note that it's guaranteed that the email field is not null. Return the result table in any order. And that's pretty much it. We just need to return email, and whatever email is repeated, we need to consider that. So let's do select email from person. That's the table. Group by person having count of email more than one. Okay. But we need to have an aggregate function, right? So count of email. But we need to only give output as this. So I'll just do it in a very basic way. I'll just create a CDA with tab as this thing, and then you just do select distinct email from tab. I guess that's pretty much it. From person, the table name is person, right? From person group by email. I'm so sorry. Perfect. So obviously what's happening here is we are just selecting what are the number of emails that are repeating itself, right? So um, we were here, right? Duplicate emails. It's again very easy example. That's why I'm solving two of them today. And yeah, so I was talking about this thing. Okay, what it'll do is it'll just take an email as the first column. Okay, just this, and then it'll do count of email, count of this particular email, right? Group by email, group by this email. So what it'll do is this will be one pair, right? One group. I'm just putting this down. Okay, so this will be one pair, and when we do a group by these two columns, I'll just highlight these. Sorry, this and this, right? So this is a group. Now, if we see the count of IDs here, it's two, right? Because those are both different IDs having the same email. So this will be a group, and when you count those group by email, right? This will form a group, and the count will return as two. That's what's happening here. We are doing having count of email is one and greater than one. So that's what we have in the base. You have all set of emails that repeats themselves in the whole table, and that's how you get email. But obviously we have this column in the select statement. That's why we are creating a CT and then selecting email from the tab, right? Because we don't need the count of email in the final output, right? This is the only output that we have. That's pretty much it. If you have any doubts, it's pretty easy, I know. But if you still have better solutions or anything to offer, then do let me know in the comment sections. And see you tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys.